everyone, my name's Sam. I am brand new to posting videos in the booktube space, and I figured as a fun little way to get to know me, I would bring a bookish Q&A for you. This one I just found on Pinterest. I will try and link it below. It's just called Bookish Q&A. And it has, I don't know if I'll go through all of the questions because it has 25, but I will probably go through most of them. So let's jump right in. The first one I am seeing is, what book are you currently reading? And I am currently reading House of Glass by Sarah Pekkanen. This was a July book of the month pick, and I will actually read you the excerpt. This one sounds really good. It says, a young nanny who plunged to her death, or was she pushed? A little girl who collects sharp objects and refuses to speak. A lawyer whose job it is to uncover who in the family is a victim and who is a murderer. But how can you find out the truth when everyone is lying? And I just started this one, so I haven't gotten very far with it, but I'm really excited to finish it. This one, it's caught my attention already, so I'm really excited to see where it goes. Alright, the next question is, what is the last book you read? And I actually have that one right here too. That would be Lucy Foley's The Midnight Feast. And this one, if I had to give it a rating, I haven't rated it yet, but if I had to, I would probably give it a 3-star, only because it was an interesting book, but it was very confusing too. There was so many point of views in the book, and then they were switching from before the incident to after the incident to, you know, something like way in the past, and so I got a little bit confused, but I feel like if I read this one again, now that I know the ending to it, I would probably like it better. So I think I'm going to revisit this one probably at a later date just to see if I do like it, but it's a beautiful book. I didn't hate it. I was a little confused. We'll see how it goes. Alright, the next one is all-time favorite book or series. And I would have to say my all-time favorite book is The Obsession by Nora Roberts. I love that book. It is such a good book. If you like mystery thrillers, you like Nora Roberts' writing, definitely check it out. Alright, the next one is an author I always recommend, and I have to say I always recommend Nora Roberts. Her writing it's seamless. I just love the way that the story flows within itself, and she's such a good storyteller. And they catch my attention. You know, I love the twists and turns, the things that you wouldn't expect to happen. So I definitely recommend her books. I know she's not like a super popular like book talk or booktube recommendation right now, but I love her books. All right, next question. Last disappointing read. I haven't really had a crazy disappointing read. I've had The Midnight Feast, which was a little bit confusing, but I wouldn't say it was disappointing. But the last couple of books I've read haven't really been disappointing, so I don't know. A novel on my TBR. Perfect. This is actually one that's on my August TBR. I just bought it for my July book picks, but I think I'm going to read this one in August because I'm reading House of Glass right now. And fun fact, I only tend to read one book at a time. That way I don't get storylines and stuff mixed up and confused. So this is definitely one of my August picks that I'm going to read. It's going to be in my TBR basket because this space back here behind me is actually going to be my little lounge chair. where I'm going to be able to read because I just set up my little home library. I don't have a ton of books. I have some bookshelves on both sides. You can't see the ones on this side, but you know, it's a work in progress. We just bought our house, and so I have a TBR basket to go next to the lounge. This is gonna be in it. I want to read it in August, my birthday month, and I'm sure I'm gonna have some more in August because I'm planning on going book shopping for my birthday. So let's move on to the next question. My comfort read, like I said, I really like The Obsession by Nora Roberts. If I'm in a romance mood and I need a comfort read, I like The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I really like reading Nora Roberts books because she is like my comfort author, so can't really go wrong with any of those. Let's see. My favorite reading spot is actually going to be this room. In the last couple days, I just finished putting this together aside from like my chair I don't have yet. But I've been reading like laying on the floor. My dogs will come up and hang out with me while I'm reading. Or I will read on my couch. But I think this is definitely going to be my favorite reading spot. It's going to be my comfort spot. My cozy, fun spot when I just need to have some space. It's gonna be in here. So, alright, let's see. My latest book haul is actually all three of these ones that you saw. Yeah, I think those are the three. I bought The Midnight Feast and Mind Games, and then I got House of Glass in my book of the month, like I said. So let's see. My bookish goals for the year. In my book journal, it's right here. In my little book journal, I put that I want to read up to, it's kind of hard to see, up to 20 books. But I think on my Goodreads, I only have it as like 6 or 12, I think. And that's because I stopped reading like halfway through the year. Well, not halfway. I stopped reading, I want to say in March, because we were moving and there was a lot going on. So I stopped reading around that time. And then I just could not seem to pick up another book. I was so book slumped. So, I had read a couple before and then I stopped reading altogether. So I just figured I'd make it nice and easy. And I'm doing great with it so far. So I'm having a good time. Let's see. A trope I love to see. Honestly, I only pay attention to the tropes really in romance books. And I've been on a thriller kick lately. But if I had to pick my favorite romance trope, it would be enemies to lovers for sure. Oh, here's a good one. It's a this or that question. Do you prefer fiction or nonfiction? This isn't a part of the list that I have, but this is a different list. Or not fiction or nonfiction. Do you prefer paperback or hardback? And if you had asked me before, I would have said paperback because one, they're cheaper when you buy them in bookstores. Not that that's necessarily a factor because you don't have to buy books to read. You could always use the library, which I love the library. But I'm trying to build my own with books that I'm actually going to love. But as of now, I would have to say I think hardbacks are my favorite. I just love how stable they feel. And, you know, if I pick this book up and I open it, you know, and it's sitting here, I don't feel like I'm going to ruin the pages as much. Whereas sometimes when I pick up a paperback book, I worry about the covers because when I hold my books or, you know, I'm reading, I just worry that like my covers are bending or like the spines are getting broken, and I don't love when my books do that. So Um, all right. So, anyway, that was a few bookish questions. Um, I will probably do another quick Q&A just like about some fun things, not necessarily bookish, but um I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope if you love books as much as I do, but you don't really have anyone in your life to talk to them about books, you know, come join the fun. Let's be friends. Um, I love books. I love talking about books and everything about books. So I hope you guys have a great day, night, whenever you're watching this. Um, Thanks for watching. Bye.